Hello, friends. It's my pleasure to meet you and to share important thoughts with you. Psalms 63, verse 1. Psalm chapter 63, verse number 1. David, this is a prayer of David in the wilderness of Judah. O God, you are my God. Early will I seek thee. My soul thirsted for thee. My flesh longeth after thee. In a dry and thirsty land, where no water is. Very, very remarkable and important prayer point here. O God, thou art my God. Early will I seek thee. I will seek you early. That is the declaration. That is the ambition. That is what David said. He said, I will seek thee. Early will I seek thee. Seeking God early has a tremendous advantage. Seeking God early has a tremendous advantage. Because in life, what you do first determines what happens to you next. Oh, for those who are able to find God early, blessed are thou. I'm telling you, many today are languishing in a situation, a condition of regrets. Lives of had I known, had I met God early. So David is saying, early will I seek thee. My soul thirsts for thee. My flesh longeth after you in a dry and thirsty land where there is no water. This is the testimony of a life that has had encounter with God. And he finds he cannot afford any other thing outside God. My soul thirsted for thee. Why? God is our source. God is the source of man. Every other thing was created without soul. But only man had the breath of God. And so God is the source of man. Oh, no wonder they say a river that forgets its source will run dry. Early will I seek thee. My soul thirsted for thee. There is no fulfillment anywhere else. You know, we struggle, we try our best to get this, to get that. But beyond that is a vacuum deep down inside of man that only God can fill. He says, my soul thirsteth after thee. My flesh longeth after you. You know, a vacuum inside that can only be filled. That can be filled only. You just can't even have a vacuum. It must be filled by something. Filled by God or that which is not up to God. Any life void of God is full of that which is not God. And so automatically and by default, there will be cravings for something to fill the void, to fill the vacuum. No wonder many are addicted to drugs, addicted to promiscuity. I just have to fill my inside with something. Psalmist is saying, my soul thirsted for thee in a dry and thirsty land where there is no water. Nothing can fill me, nothing can satisfy my inside. Nothing, nothing, nothing. Early will I seek thee. Seek God early. It is to your own advantage. You know, an unregenerated soul, a life that has not met Christ, is void and must be filled. You know, sometimes you see some folks engaged in one vices or the other, giving you an impression that all is well. The truth is that it is not well. These guys cry, they wail. Why? Because all these drugs, all these other things cannot fill that void. So it takes the presence and encounter with the Spirit of God. And that is why it is not necessary for you to condemn anybody. Anyone who has not had an encounter with Christ is just subject to any spirits available. His presence is subject to the manipulation of unclean spirits, foul spirits, things that, nasty things we can't even be talking about. And so it's an invitation for you. If you if you haven't met, if you haven't had Christ in your life, it's time, right there where you are, sit down and think deep about what I've said. Make your decision. I'm telling you, what I'm saying is very, very real. I'm telling you, it's very real. Bottles of beer will not solve it. Oh, I'll take a bottle of beer and take away all my sorrows. all of my worries. Now, soon after your eye gets cleared, those things come back. Early will I seek God. Early will I seek thee. My soul thirsted for thee. Only in God can you have fulfillment. Only in Him will you find rest. Only in Him will you have, rests. As it is said, man is restless until he finds his rest. And Jesus said, come unto me, all ye that are heavy laden, and I will give you rest. I will give you rest. Jesus will give you rest. Without Him, you are subject to crisis. That's what I can tell you. I pray that as you reflect over these things, the Spirit of God will minister life to you. Your life is so precious. Your life is so important. You are so essential in God's agenda. Let God have His way in you. Call Him and have a dialogue. Tell Him, God, I need you. Jesus, come into me. And He will help you. Your addictions cannot be stopped by your power. We have been there. All these cravings for all these inordinate affections can only be silenced by the presence of the Spirit of God. And I pray that as you take that decision, the mercy of God will speak and His grace will activate His Spirit in you, and you will have a new life. Let Jesus have His way in you, and your life will never remain the same again. I pray for you that the mercy of God speak for you. I pray that the grace of God help you. I ask that the Spirit of God will separate you with every indulgence, every activity, every carnality that is driving you away from your source. The mercy of God speak for you in Jesus' name. Be blessed in all that you lay your hands upon to do. God bless you. Shalom.